did not want that one to end. Cannot believe it. And it's all poised heading into the second leg at the Etihad next week, Wednesday. But what a game. 1-1 the final score. Eric, your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think both teams here played well. As I say, we don't want the match to end. Luckily, we have another 90 minutes. And then, yeah, moment of class, really, that gives them the goal. And I think even we saw a few more moments that were really quality. But we see Edison with an amazing save still. And it's just quality all over the field, so it's lovely to watch these matches.
Simon, it really was a wonderful game, wasn't it?
Yeah, superbly taken. The technique on that. Any kids watching this wondering how you hit a shot from that kind of a distance that's low, hard and unstoppable. Just watch how Kevin De Bruyne lined up his foot for that, where he connected with the ball and the way he hit through it. Absolute textbook.
There were two spectacular goals in this fixture. Of course, Vinicius Jr. Would have been the one to open the scoring in the first half, and then Kevin De Bruyne with the equaliser. In terms of how the play went from both teams, I'm not sure if it quite went to script in terms of the quality chances that came, especially that first half.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny because first half, City has the better run of the play, and Madrid scored a goal. Second half, we started Madrid really putting pressure on City now, and it turns into City getting eventually a goal on that. But I think Madrid was a little bit, we saw the last, I think, 10-15 minutes where Walker and Vinicius get isolated, and we see how that can result in more. But here we see some highlights. Here we see the goal.
Yeah, the equaliser from Kevin. But what a hit
the
this
technique.
was.
I mean, I also want to pay attention to the layoff, because from that moment, from that position, it's easy that the ball is laid off too hard or perfect layoff. And as Simon says, if you want to learn how to hit the ball from right there in that corner, just take notes.
And Simon, he wasn't really involved in the game before that moment, right? Was I wouldn't say he was a passenger, but certainly wasn't as influential. But the star players, they do step up to the plate when the time comes.
Yeah, it's true. I think that was the disappointment for City, was that De Bruyne playing that position as a sort of support to Haaland in attack. It doesn't always work. It has done in the Premier League quite a few times. But yeah, you're right. He steps up at the big moment. But I think City, they'll be the happier of the two teams with that result at the end.
Yeah, Edison also made a fantastic save in the end to deny Tchouaméni. What a hit that was, though.
Yeah, that was amazing from Tchouaméni that came on. I want to point out, Simon says about De Bruyne, who wasn't really in the game, and I agree with him. And I think what Madrid did very well, not just take De Bruyne out, but with that Haaland as well. I think those are really the two players that today look back at themselves and say we didn't play a great match. But I think that's also something for Guardiola now to go into, and how can we get De Bruyne more in the game? How can we get Haaland more touches on the ball? We'd love to see the statistics on how many touches Haaland had on the ball and what position on the field. But that's something they need to work on for the next match. Make sure that they get Haaland more involved in the game, and De Bruyne as well.
Simon, Pep Guardiola had plan A, and that was it. No subs were made in this one. You found that peculiar?
Yeah, it is unusual. He likes to mix things up. We would have seen typically something like Riyad Mahrez coming on for Bernardo Silva or something like that. But I think that suggested he was reasonably pleased with the way it was going, and also maybe a little bit avoiding that sort of overthinking and tinkering too much with it. You one goal behind against Real Madrid, then you get back into it. Don't mess with it too much. Take that 1-1 result, go home, and then have a think about how you're going to do it again. Having said that, Eric, who has the advantage here?
Yeah, City. They will be happy that they're going back home in England, playing their home in front of their fans, and all they need to do is score one more than Madrid.
Simon, you agree?
Yeah, I do, and I think it's hard to imagine Haaland and De Bruyne not getting more involved in the game at the Etihad, especially with Real Madrid probably more willing to, maybe in the second half, if they're chasing the game, open things up a little bit, and we'll see those balls over the top. But I think City are the favourites now. But we said it 100 times in the pre-game show. Real Madrid in this competition, you can just never write them off.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll catch you again next week, Wednesday, as we take on the second leg of this fixture between Real Madrid and Manchester City. Of course, the second leg is on Wednesday, 2 o'clock Jamaica time, 3 ECT. Of course, on Thursday, we have the Europa League semi-finals, and we'll have the preview right here on the Home of Champions. You don't want to miss it. Yeah, that's pretty much a wrap on this one. All squared heading into the second leg at the Etihad. Real Madrid and Man City, 1 apiece. Thank you for joining us, and do stay tuned to the Home of Champions.